Hi, I'm Morgan Strebler, and I'd like to thank you for purchasing Shadow. Shadow has been a labor of love for the past probably 10 or 12 years. I've always wanted to be able to separate my body from my shadow. But about 10 years ago, I had an idea of doing it, and I put it on a back burner because I never could make it a reality. And I took my son to the doctor's office, and it came to me. And I was sitting in the car, and I was waiting for my wife and son to get out. And I was sitting there playing around with shadows and images, and it came to me right there, the method for it. It just hit me instantly. So I started working it and reworking it over the past couple of years and into what it is now. And now you too can separate your body from your shadow.
Borrow your cell phone a second. Have you ever wanted to take like your shadow and separate it from your body?
Oh my God.
Have you ever wanted to separate your body from your shadow?
Sure.
I know, like, when I was a little kid, I watched Peter Pan, and I always wanted to be able to separate my body from my shadow. Watch the shadow on the wall. Can you see it?
Yeah.
I'm gonna try to separate it from my body. Maybe if I had something a little bit more weight. Do you have like a cell phone I can borrow?
Yeah.
Excellent.
Oh my God. Holy cow. That's so wild.
And there's your phone.
That's awesome.
Thank you. And that shadow. Hey, this is my good friend Steve Chesaday. How you been, man? It's
Good,
seeing you, dude. What's it been? Magic Live?
Magic Live, Vegas, yeah. 2 years ago.
Yeah, something like that. Actually, right before I left. Today, I just showed you the shadow effect outside.
Mm-hmm.
What'd you think of it?
Oh, very cool. It's very visual.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you.
I don't know what happened. I don't know what happened.
Holy cow. That was so cool.
Well, you're going to learn it today.
Sounds good.
I'll go ahead and show you exactly how it's done. So you've seen when it was casting on the brick wall, the shadow, correct?
Right.
Well, what you've seen was actually this hand causing the shadow.
Okay.
So this hand is the one, this is the gimmick.
Everybody has one of those, yeah.
Pretty
Or
much,
most people do.
So when this hand goes up, it's actually going out of view into the shadow that's cast on the wall. It's going into your torso and head.
So you never see this hand casting a shadow. It's always
This hand right
Gotcha.
here.
All right.
So when I raise my hands up, this one's going into my body of my shadow, going into the wall. And this one is actually the one casting the shadow.
Cool.
So I would go up simultaneously a couple of times. And what you're doing here is I'm just conditioning them, man.
Right.
You know, that way they get used to seeing it go up and down.
But how do you do it with the phone?
Well, the phone actually comes in, and the justification for the phone would be, well, maybe I could add some weight to it, you know?
Okay.
So I decided to do a phone. But in reality, that's what sells it to the spectator, because now it's a borrowed object in the shadow.
Yeah, but there's only one phone.
Yeah, well, there's also a phone in my pocket.
Oh. Duh.
So as I borrow the phone from them, I'm just taking the phone out of my pocket.
All right.
And then, boom, both phones come up.
So they never see the other phone.
Exactly, because of the positioning that they're in.
Right. So it's over here, and I never see the left hand.
Yeah, well, are you familiar with like the Balducci levitation?
Yeah.
It's similar angles to that, but you have more of a broad range of a spectrum that you can use
Gotcha.
with this, because the hand's tucked so close to the body.
Mm-hmm.
So what I'd like you to do is just stand back. Right here, here's essentially where you want to be. You can't see this hand at all, can you?
No.
Exactly. Now walk over a little bit to your...
This way?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, now I can see it.
Exactly. So you want to keep them back
Right.
just a little bit, about roughly, I'd say, 1.5 feet. Okay.
All right.
Then what you want to do is take a step over You still can't see it, can you?
Oh, from here?
Yeah.
No.
Take a step back.
Okay.
Can you see it from there?
No.
One more step back.
Not at all.
Exactly. So you have like a group of 3 people and a span of about right there that you can do the effect. Now, it's typically, I like doing it for one-on-one. It's great one-on-one.
Right.
And what you're going to do, here's the actual method itself. I want you to come in so you can see. And the number one question people ask is, well, can I stand up front? Can I stand here? Or over here? Well, if you stand there, you're going to block the shadow, which is the last thing we want to do. So that gives me the justification to position the spectator right here in this position.
Gotcha. Mm-hmm.
And what you do is you just take it up and down, and you do that just a few times just to get them comfortable, and then boom, you do the drop. And you bring it right back up and then bring them down. And I ditch to the pocket as I turn and hand them their phone back.
Cool.
But what's neat about it is it's done with a borrowed object. So when they see their borrowed object in the shadow, it really sells the fact that it's not the other hand.
Yeah.
And it happens so quick, you don't want to leave that hand out there too long because you don't want them trying to walk up on you or something like that,
Oh, very cool.
And now I'm going to recap shadow. Make sure that when you do the effect, you have the right hand going into the shadow at the 1 o'clock position, hiding it into the torso and the head. You're going to bring it up simultaneously with your left hand. Your left hand is what's going to be in view the entire time, shadow-wise. So I'm going to take it up and down multiple times to condition my audience. Nothing happens. I borrow a cell phone. Same thing, conditioning the audience. Do it about 3 or 4 times. And then drop, let it sink in. Bring it back up. And then down, ditching the phone into your pocket as you turn, handing the cell phone back to the spectator. We're back with my friend Steve, and he's going to perform Shadow.
First, we get you in position.
Okay.
And the lighting, 1 o'clock, like you were saying. I condition my my spectator.
Yeah.
I need to borrow an item, right?
Uh-huh.
So I need your phone.
One little thing that you'll want to keep when you turn.
Okay.
Have this hand on your
keep
side.
that down. See, that's good.
That's just a little subtlety that you'll want to turn and have that hand down. So now you borrow the phone.
All right.
But it also puts you in position to steal your phone.
Right. Okay. So here, then steal the phone. Now it's in the shadow. Bring the hands up. What if I did a little toss?
Oh, that looked great. That looked really good. Nice little selling point. Yeah, that looks great. Wonderful.
Ditch the phone and hand that back to you.
That looked wonderful.
Cool.
Looked really good, dude. Great job.
Now, one thing you pointed out is that I need to keep my left hand from swinging any further behind me so that they might see something else is going on here.
Yeah, you want to keep it tight to your body.
Keep it tight.
And then just bring it down and then
Here.
back up. That's correct.
So the right hand goes down, my left stays in position. Bring it back up, bring it back down, put the phone back. Very cool. Yeah, it's pretty awesome.
Oh, thanks, man. Thanks. You did a wonderful job at it.
And now this is the bonus section of the DVD. 2 of my famous PK Touches routines from my act, Blow and Stare.
Hey, what's your name?
Steve.
Steve, nice to meet you, Steve. And your name?
Carol.
Carol, pleasure. What we're going to do is we're going to do an experiment. I'd like you to just have a seat, get comfortable. Wonderful. I want you to take a deep breath in and let it all out. Relax. I just want you to loosen up for a second. We're going to do an experiment, as I said, where you feel different sensations. I'm going to touch you, but I'm going to have you close your eyes. Okay? So go ahead and close your eyes now. And keep track of any sensations or feelings you may happen to experience. Okay?
Okay.
Could I see your hand, please? Palm up. Wonderful. Now, what I want to do is if I could see your hand a second, Steve. If you felt anything, I want you to raise your hand. What did you happen to feel?
I felt a gust of air.
Is this what you felt?
Yes.
Now, open your eyes for me, please. Steve, did I go anywhere near her at all?
No, not at all.
But you felt a gust of air.
Yes.
What did I do to you, Steve?
But you blew in my hand.
Ladies and gentlemen, that's Blow. The gimmick needed for Blow is a pediatric snot sucker. You can pick this up at your local Walgreens or Walmart. They're around $6, nothing, major. What you're going to do is place it inside of your jacket pocket. And what it does is it produces a gust of air on your spectator. You can even feel it from here. You can get some distance with it. The blocking on it is you want this hand to be more behind where you can hit it from the blow. So what's happening essentially, we are doing a backstage view so you can see what's happening. As I blow on Steve's hand, I squeeze the bulb, and she feels the blow simultaneously on her hand. Now the way that I perform the effect, and it's a little subtlety and a hint, and it also makes it a real-time touch, is after I've touched her several times, I say the next sensation that you happen to experience, I want you to raise your hand as you feel it. So what I would do is come over, blow on his hand, and at the same time she would simultaneously feel it, so both hands would actually go up and she would feel it. It's a pretty cool effect. That's the explanation for Blow. We're going to do something along the lines we did earlier. If I could get both of you to hold your hands, but don't touch fingertips, just like that. Wonderful. Steve, a matter of fact, bring yours just a little bit further back. Now, I have a sugar packet. I want you two to just gaze into each other's eyes. We're going to try to see if there's a connection between the two of you. Steve, I want you to tell me if you feel anything at all.
Yeah.
You feel that?
Yeah.
What do you feel? Could you describe it?
I feel you pouring something on my left hand.
Ladies and gentlemen, that's stare. And now the explanation for stare. It uses invisible thread and wax. You can pick it up at any local magic shop. But for the purposes today, we're going to use dental floss. That way you can see it on the video itself. You're going to take a piece of tape. Those of you who have my Spun DVD know how to set up thread and know that I actually put it behind my ear. If you don't have Spun, you can pick it up at your favorite magic shop. Just like that. So after you strip the thread, you're going to place it behind your ear. You're going to take a little piece of wax, put it right here on the end of the thread, and you're going to wad it in a little bitty ball. You're going to get it right underneath your fingernail, like so. Now you're ready to start. If I could get both of you to hold your hands out like before, And as they almost touch hands, I reposition Steve. And what I'm doing is I'm attaching the wax to Steve's wristwatch. As I push his hands back, I move forward to open the sugar packet. And as I come down, Steve's hand is straight out. And it's actually clipping right above because his hands are just a little bit higher than hers. And he can feel it right across his hand.
Yeah.
So just in the pouring motion, it runs back and forth across the hand. When you're done with the effect, I usually break it, and as I come in to shake his hand, I simply peel the wax off of the watch. Just like so. And that's the explanation to stare.
As many of you are aware, my mom's been battling cancer. All the proceeds from this DVD that I make will go to her and help her pay her medical bills and other expenses. I really appreciate you buying the DVD. Thank you. And I hope you have had as much fun playing with shadows as I have.